What's up, guys? Welcome back to another asphalt video. This is episode 2, and we're going to see if we can figure out how this car works on today's episode. This is the Hussarya. Struggled with it in the last episode. Let's see if we can reel it in on this one. On to the first race. So, this first race, getting started, back at it again. Glad to be back on asphalt. I have been enjoying playing this again, so it's been a lot of fun. I look forward to continuing to play it and try to get back some of the skills that I've lost since putting it down, a couple months back. But yeah, it's been fun. I've been planning to work again, just doing my daily events and things like that, and starting to get the game figured out a little bit more, which is always exciting. First race is off to a great start. We're in second. If you watched the first episode, for some reason we got to silver last week and we just could not win anything or do anything. So just a positive, finish would be good. It would be something I would take at this point. So we're just hoping for that. A little bit behind the Viper. We fell behind quite a bit, but we're just doing everything we can try to maintain second place. Looks like third place is right on our tail based on the mini map there on the top left corner. But we're holding them off for now, which is good. This is a corner that did not go very well. Obviously, this car does not handle like we talked about in the last episode, so you have to find clever ways to drive it. So definitely takes some practice, and this isn't a car that I normally go to, but we're learning it. So first race, second out of 7th. So that's already a much better start to the day than the races from last week when we got to silver. So we will take those. On to race number 2. Again, just trying to build off of from the last race, so hopefully we can get a positive place this time and keep climbing and get ourselves out of silver. But while this one's going on, how we're going to do this series from now on is I'm going to just do 5 multiplayer races. I'm going to run the races, cut them up, throw them into Premiere, do a little voiceover, and upload them. So should be a good way to get videos done relatively quickly, but also they should be entertaining for you guys. So should work out, and I hope that I hope it works out for you. If you guys have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, maybe more races, less races, maybe more instructional type of videos, like tip videos, things like that. If you want any of that, just let me know so I can make the content that you guys are looking for. But for now, we'll just stick with this format, the 5-race format, and just kind of walk through how they went and things of that nature. So far, so good here. Holding third place, battling with a Viper ACR there, but we're able to hold them off. So things are looking good today. We're much more in control in these first couple races than we were any of the races from last week. So we will absolutely take that. Yeah, 93% of the way done here. Looks like we are going to be able to hold third, but that guy is right on our tail. But we will take third. So absolutely, let's go. Phone's going off. Sorry about that, guys. Third race here. This third race, I put it all together. So I'm super pumped about this race. Kind of spoiling it, but we do take a dub here. But just take a look at some of these plays, some of these moves that I made. I pulled out all the stops here. Go off the side of this jump to get some barrels in. Trying to get any amount of speed I can possibly get. That one didn't really help me much. As you can see, we just stayed dead in line with the Viper. But then I pull off this trick, which is another good trick. You go off the side of that ramp, and then you barrel instead of just taking the ramp flat. So look at that. I gained a lot of ground by taking the barrel there. So let's go. Pro strats slowly coming back into the fold here for us. We love to see it. Taking that jump nicely. We take the lead with that. So we absolutely take those. And so far, can't complain. This is like a perfect run with this car. Here's another little trick. If you go on the wall here, you can bounce off the wall and stay in the air to maintain maximum speed. And obviously, I'm the only one in the lobby that knew that trick, because that gave me even more space between the packs. So now I'm in a really, really good spot. Driving the car as intended. I don't know if this car is just made for this track or if I just had a wonderful race here, but I just kind of dominated the competition in this one. Not going to lie. I think I drove literally the perfect race. To be honest, that was as good as it's going to get for this car, without question. And 36 positive points, 1,217 rating now. We're just climbing, baby. But it all goes downhill from here. And maybe someone in the chat can tell me why this happens, but I started to like lag out. So right there was my game just not registering my input, and it threw me into off to the left side of the screen. And that happens to me sometimes. On my home computer and on my work computer, it happens just at random. It's like I have certain races where I just have horrible connection. This was one of those races. It kind of feels like all of your inputs are delayed. You're not really able to do what you want to do. And then things like this happens. Watch this. Like, what in the... I hit that ramp normal, and I just had the weirdest flip of all time. And, you know, there's really no recovering after that. So, in this race I was battling some netcode issues. I don't know if it's lag on my end, or if it's lag from the server, or what is going on. So I'm trying to like escape and just trying to do anything I can do to try to get control of the card, because, you know, every input that I'm doing here is delayed, and it's just very frustrating. But have to finish the race out. You know, the rule of this series is we're not going to be able to skip anything. You guys are going to see every multiplayer race that I do, you know, no matter what. So even though this was a bad one, got to leave it in the video. But maybe you guys in the chat can let me know, in the comments section, I should say. You guys can let me know what you guys do when this happens, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that this happens to. But yeah, let me know, because that's certainly one of the worst feelings ever, when you just are playing a racing game and can't control your car. Last race of the video, Pininfarina H2 came back out. I did get a star. This is now a 2-star Pininfarina H2, thanks to my grinding that I've been doing at work. So I thought I'd give it a run. This is the new map. I'm not even exactly sure what this is even called, what this map is called. I've never run it before, so I'm completely unfamiliar. And not to mention that, not only that, I should say, not only am I not familiar with the track, but I am still dealing with this laggy, netcodey, problemish situation that I was dealing with the last race. So a lot of things going against me here on this one, so it's not going to end up super well. See right there, I landed and just went straight into the pole. Even though I was pushing left to get away from it, nothing I could do. And then if you saw it briefly there, I went right into the wall on the right-hand side, just because the game wasn't cooperating. Happens. But that section, had I not crashed and, you know, restarted in a terrible position, would be a lot of fun, I think. There's a lot of barrel roll ramps there, and a lot of just ramps on that section, on that straightaway. So you can combo jumps together really well there. So I think that's a cool segment, but I've not been able to run it right. So hopefully in a future episode, we'll be able to run that straightaway as intended, hit some of those barrels and get some super speed. And, you know, it'll be a lot more interesting than me lagging out and crashing and getting dead last in the Pininfarina again, like we did last week. But it is what it is. It happens, and we're just gonna have to move on from it. So last race of the video, we're taking 5th. We got to win though, so we're making progress. And you know, we'll be back next week with more. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys liked the video, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.